Have you ever noticed how some people can turn a simple conversation into something emotionally charged, intensely exciting, to the point that it often ends in deep connection or even intimacy? It's not about memorizing pickup lines or relying on luck, it's something much deeper. A silent language, the same hidden code that Carl Jung discovered when he explored the depths of the human unconscious. What's truly astonishing is that this power works regardless of who you are. It doesn't depend on looks or wealth, because once you understand the hidden rules that guide the human mind, you can transform any ordinary conversation into a pathway to attraction, desire, and emotional closeness. Today, I'll reveal those secrets. Conversations that seem innocent on the surface but carry powerful psychological triggers that awaken hidden desires. So before we begin, like the video, subscribe, and listen carefully, because after this, you'll never speak the same way again. Chapter 1. The Maze of Words. Imagine this. Every conversation is like entering a mysterious maze. Most people wander aimlessly, repeating small talk that leads to nowhere. But a few know the hidden turns. They know when to pause, what to say, and how to evoke emotions that words alone cannot express. These are the ones who turn a simple dialogue into an art form, a silent dance of seduction. Carl Jung once said that the collective unconscious is filled with symbols and drives that move us without our awareness. This is the true secret of attraction. It's not logical, it stems from those hidden symbols buried deep in the psyche. Chapter 2. The Mistake Most Men Make. Here's where most men fail. They think verbal seduction means talking more, bragging, or trying to impress, but this only kills curiosity. True attraction doesn't come from noise, but from emotional resonance. It's not about what you say, it's about how you make her feel. This is the essence of captivating conversation, awakening her imagination through suggestion and emotional depth. Jung once wrote that everything repressed seeks expression. So when someone feels safe enough to reveal what they usually hide, desire begins to quietly ignite within them. Chapter 3. The Field of Desire. Think about it. When a woman truly connects with you, it's not because you asked about her job or her favorite music. It happens when you make her imagine, when you guide her to share a secret, a memory, or even a fantasy. That's where attraction begins. Instead of asking, "What do you do on weekends?" Try this. They say everyone has a side they only show when they truly trust someone. What's your side? See the difference? You're not asking for facts, you're summoning emotions. This is where true seduction starts. These questions open the door to the unconscious, creating what Jung called emotional transference. She begins to associate her feelings with you, and that bond is far stronger than any rehearsed line. Chapter 4. The Power of Suggestion. Remember, the mind always fills in the blanks. When you leave gaps, pauses, silences, moments left incomplete, the imagination rushes to complete them. If you manage these gaps carefully, she begins to project her desires onto you. That's how an ordinary conversation becomes something emotionally charged, captivating, and intimate. Chapter 5. The Mirror of Desire. Attraction doesn't depend on reality, it depends on perception. As Jung said, we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. A woman isn't attracted to your words, but to the image you awaken within her. That image doesn't have to be real, it's shaped by her deepest desires. This projection is the most powerful force in seduction. Chapter 6. Awakening her inner movie. She's not attracted because you said something clever, she's attracted because your words made her see the man she imagines. You don't need to impress her or prove anything. You just need to awaken her imagination. An ordinary man says, "You look beautiful tonight." She smiles politely and moves on. But another man says, "There's something in your eyes, like you're about to do something forbidden." He's not describing her, he's invoking her imagination, inviting her to project. Now she's not thinking about him, she's feeling something inside her. That's the spark of attraction. Chapter 7. Silent Seduction. Jung taught that everyone hides a secret shadow, yearning to be revealed. A well-guided conversation can quietly awaken that shadow, almost imperceptibly. Seduction doesn't mean more words, it means fewer words. leaving silences and emotional gaps for the mind to wander. Ask, have you ever felt drawn to someone and not known why? Or say, there's something dangerous in your energy, like a secret you're not ready to reveal. These phrases don't define, they provoke, and her mind fills the silence with her deepest desires. Chapter 8. The Mirror Effect. Here's a profound truth. When someone projects emotions onto you, they feel them as real. And when they feel them, they believe you're the cause. You become a symbol of their hidden desires. You don't need to be perfect or handsome, just introspective. Attraction is a mutual projection. Each person sees their shadow in the other. When you learn to guide this projection through tone, timing, and silence, what you don't say becomes more seductive than what you do. Chapter 9. The Dark Magic of Archetypes. Now, we dive deeper into Jung's world, the world of archetypes, ancient symbols buried in the human psyche that shape how we love, feel, and desire. When you speak, you're not just addressing her mind, you're awakening the sleeping goddess within her. The captive will feel an attraction she can't explain. You don't awaken her with logic, but with imagery, emotion, and suggestion. Don't say, you look beautiful tonight. Say, there's something about the way you move. Like every step hides a secret only the brave can uncover. Now you're speaking to the archetype of the self. Chapter 11. The Sleeping Goddess. Jung said archetypes are like sleeping gods waiting for a spark to awaken them. Awaken the lover and the air ignites. Awaken the explorer and curiosity flares. Don't force it, guide it. Say things like, they say the most thrilling moments are the ones we can't control. What's the most daring thing you've ever done? This isn't a question, it's an invitation. Chapter 12. Conversations that awaken. True conversation isn't about information, it's about evocation. Every woman responds differently because each carries a dominant archetype. Some crave adventure, others admiration, others surrender. Your task isn't to guess, but to observe. Discover which part of her is alive and nourish it with your presence. When you touch the deepest part of her soul, she doesn't just feel seduced, she feels seen. And that feeling is irresistible. Chapter 13. The Moment of Resistance. Every deep connection reaches a moment of hesitation, a whisper asking, is it safe to open up more? Jung called this the gatekeeper of the self. Push too hard and it becomes a wall. Move with patience and it melts. Most men ruin this moment by turning mystery into pressure. Seduction isn't about force, it's about disarming. Chapter 14. The Three Keys. To ease resistance, use three hidden forces: curiosity, vulnerability, and complicity. Curiosity invites, maybe I shouldn't tell you this. It might change how you see me. Vulnerability builds trust. People think I'm calm, but when something excites me too much, I lose control. Complicity creates a shared world. I like that not everyone understands these kinds of conversations. You and I see things differently. When you build that secret bond, she stops protecting herself from you and starts protecting something with you. Chapter 15. The Liberated Shadow. As trust deepens, her shadow, the hidden emotional self, surfaces naturally. You're no longer just talking, you're connecting soul to soul. Desire isn't created, it's revealed. The air changes, silence becomes charged, every word feels electric. You've reached the threshold of desire. It's no longer about logic, but rhythm and emotion. Whisper something like, maybe I shouldn't say this, but there's something about you that changes the air around me. This isn't a compliment, it's emotional hypnosis, making her feel unforgettable. At this stage, desire isn't a choice, it's a pull. Final chapter. Mastery. This is the true art of desire. Not coercion or pretense, but guiding what's within her toward expression. You've traced the path from imagination to projection, from archetype to intimacy. Jung once said that what we deny controls us. What we accept transforms us. When you learn to steer a conversation to the hidden depths, you don't just awaken others, you awaken yourself. You realize your words, pauses, and glances can reach the unconscious. So tell me, will you keep having ordinary conversations, or will you dare to turn every word into a direct journey toward desire? If this resonates, like it, subscribe, and follow us because this is just the beginning. Soon, we'll dive deeper, beyond the obvious, into the true language of desire. Yeah,